and welcome to a whole nother awesome review. I just got back from the movie theater from seeing the new Candyman. Of course, when you go see the new Candyman movie, you're going to need one of these because it's a pandemic, so I had to put this on when I'm in the crowd. But you get to take it off when you're eating your popcorn or drink or whatever. So anyways, I'm in the movie theater. I get peanut butter M&Ms, a large Diet Coke, of course. And anyways, I'm opening my peanut butter M&Ms, and they spill all over me, and I spill my Diet Coke, and I'm like, So I have to go to the washroom. It's during the preview, so I didn't miss any of the movie. And I'm cleaning the Diet Coke off my coat, and I'm thinking, this is just like a Candyman movie. In a Candyman movie, the candies would explode all over me. Somebody would get like a drink spilled all over them, and they would go to the washroom and say Candyman's name 5 times. And that's what I'm thinking to myself when I'm looking in the mirror, cleaning this Diet Coke off me. Anyways, I get back to the movie theater. I don't miss anything, luckily. And the Candyman movie starts. And it starts like the Mirrors remake, where all the titles are backwards, which is really cool. Anyways, they have a cool montage explaining all the Candyman, the original Candyman movie with blocks, which was really cool. And the cool thing is they acknowledge Virginia Madison's character. They acknowledge all the events of the original Candyman movie and even some of the sequels, which is cool. And I really enjoyed that. And they have it's done in like a stylistic way with like puppets, like block puppets, like cardboard cutout puppets, which I thought was really cool. And it's done in a very stylistic way, which I thought was awesome. And I really love the cinematography in this movie. It's been done by John Jules Lazarian. John Jules Lazarian did the cinematography for this film, and he did a fantastic job. The story is by Jordan Peele, Win Rosenfield, and Nia DaCosta. This movie is also directed by Nia DaCosta, and she did a fantastic job with this movie. I gotta say, I love the direction in this movie. It is a very gory film, but she does these amazing camera shots in the film, which I really appreciate. I love the kills in this movie. I love the story. I love that it's about about the original, what happened to the baby from the original movie that got abducted by Candyman and almost died in the burning building, but got saved by Helen at the end, and she sacrificed herself for the baby. All that is acknowledged in the movie, which is really cool. And Tony Todd's Candyman even shows up in this movie. Spoiler alert, he shows up at the very end, which I really appreciate. So Tony Todd is Candyman, and all that is acknowledged. And I love that the movie, a lot of people are going to say this is a political film, and it's kind of like acknowledging what happened with Rodney King or George Floyd, and that the cops are the real villains in this movie. And it is kind of a political movie, but the original Candyman movie was a very political film too. It was about a black artist that had an interracial affair with a woman that he was painting, and he gets murdered by a white mob. They cut off his hand, and they kill him with bees, and they burn him alive. As they acknowledge in this movie what happened. I believe the burning part, is a really good way to connect to the original movie because, of course, the burning building, Candyman's weakness being fire, which is really cool. I like how it all connects to the original movie. Very smart writing right there. And I love this movie, and I appreciate it. There are a lot of really cool special effects. I can't believe that this film was made on a $25 million budget, because it looks like it's made on a $50 or $60 million budget. It's really well filmed, and I really appreciate the great cinematography. And I gotta say, I really like the acting in this film. I love it. I think everybody gives a great performance in this film. And I love that it's about an artist that's like Candyman. Um, and he becomes Candyman when he is finding out about the origins of Candyman, and that he was supposed to be like a lamb that was sacrificed, but he survived, and then he gets bit by a bee and his hand starts turning into like a mold thing. And I don't know why he doesn't just go to the doctor right away when it's starting to turn into mold, but it turns into like mold when it gets to here, and then he finally goes to see the doctor. And he's an artist basically, and he does an art show all about Candyman. And then people start saying Candyman's name, and of course, because everybody is acknowledging Candyman, Candyman's power grows, and Candyman can come back now because they're all acknowledging his existence. That's how Candyman's power is growing, because everybody is acknowledging the urban legend, which was really cool. And I really appreciate that. And I really liked the movie. I thought it was really good. I love that it dives into a lot of characters' backstories in this. They talk about different incidences that happened that were connected to Candyman, and that there was more than one Candyman. So Candyman inspired like all these other horrific crimes. And of course, the original Candyman movie ends with Helen becoming like almost like a Candyman character, where this movie is a little bit different than that, because like it is, people are becoming different Candymans and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. But it's a little bit different than how the original movie ended, with Helen becoming the new evil force, basically. But a lot of people are going to say, well, you know, Candyman was just one character. But when you think about it, Candyman was inspiring different things. Like Helen was becoming the new evil. You know, if you said her name 5 times in a mirror, she could kill you. Inspiring a new urban legend. So I thought it was pretty cool that like Candyman was inspiring all these new Candymans. And I also thought it was cool that the character in the movie, by the end of the film, became the new Candyman out of what was going on with racism, basically. And the ending of this movie is amazing. It's incredible. I really like it, because he gets kidnapped by this guy that works at a laundromat. He abducts his girlfriend, and all hell breaks loose, basically. And he, you know, it's fantastic, basically. And like he becomes like he becomes the new Candyman. And I really like how they did that. I mean, I really enjoyed this film. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I love this film, and the cinematography was incredible. The gore was great, and I think this might be my favorite Candyman movie next to the original film. Although Candyman 2 is a pretty decent sequel, Candyman 3 isn't that good. But I really did like this reboot sequel, and if they make another one of these, I would really enjoy that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll have more reviews to come. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic night, and have a great night.